Scalars are quantities that are described by a single value, representing their magnitude only. They do not have a direction. Here are some examples. Height. If someone says they are 1.6 meters tall, that's a scalar quantity. It tells you the magnitude, but not the direction. Temperature. If the temperature is 25 degrees Celsius, it indicates how hot or cold something is without specifying a direction. Mass. A mass of 70 kilograms simply indicates the amount of matter without a directional component. Magnitude refers to the size or quantity of a physical property without considering its direction. It essentially indicates how much of something there is. Examples of magnitude. Length. If you say an object is 3 meters long, the 3 meters is the magnitude of its length. Mass. If a box weighs 10 kilograms, then 10 kilograms is its magnitude. Temperature. A temperature of 25 degrees Celsius describes the magnitude of heat, but not the direction. In context of scalars and vectors. For scalars, the magnitude is the only value considered, like the 5 kilograms mentioned earlier. For vectors, the magnitude is one part of the vector. For example, if a force is represented as 20n to the east, 20n is the magnitude, while to the east indicates its direction. In summary, magnitude quantifies how much of a certain property exists, playing a crucial role in both scalar and vector quantities. If you have 2 apples, then the magnitude in this context would be 2 apples magnitude. This describes how many apples you have, which is a measure of size or quantity. Physical property. In this case, the physical property is the count of apples. So, when you say you have 2 apples, you're expressing the magnitude of that quantity, just like you would with other measurable quantities like mass or length. Vectors, on the other hand, are quantities that have both magnitude and direction. Here are some examples. Force. If a football player applies a force of 50 newtons in the east direction to kick the ball, this is a vector because it has both a strength, magnitude, and a direction east. Velocity. If a car is moving at 60 kilometers per hour to the north, this describes its speed, magnitude, and the direction of travel north. Displacement. If a person walks 5 meters to the south, the displacement is a vector that tells us how far and in which direction they moved from the starting point. Importance of scalars and vectors. Understanding the difference between scalars and vectors is crucial for solving various real-world problems, especially in physics and engineering. For example, when analyzing the motion of objects, one must consider both the distance traveled, which is scalar, and the direction of travel, which is vector. Operations on vectors. Addition. Combining 2 vectors, such as 2 forces acting on an object. Subtraction. Finding the difference between 2 vectors. Dot product. A way to multiply 2 vectors resulting in a scalar. Cross product. A way to multiply 2 vectors resulting in another vector. Scalars can indeed be added. When we talk about addition in the context of scalars, it's simply combining their magnitudes without any concern for direction. Here's how it works. Adding scalars. For example, if you have 2 scalar quantities, 5 kilograms, mass of one object, 3 kilograms, mass of another object. If you want to find the total mass, you would simply add them. 5 kilograms plus 3 kilograms equals 8 kilograms. In contrast, when adding vectors, you must consider both their magnitudes and directions. For example, if you have 2 forces, 10n to the east, 5n to the north, you would use vector addition methods, like the head-to-tail method or components, to find the resultant vector. So, while scalars can be added simply by summing their values, vector addition is more complex because it involves both magnitude and direction.